You just heard our launch director complete the go, no-go polling with our mission control team. All systems, as you heard, are currently healthy, so as of now, we're able to proceed with our scheduled launch time in about 12 minutes.
Throughout today's live stream, you've been hearing callouts for mission control. Let's take a moment to introduce you to our mission control team. Clay Walker, launch director. John Wiswall, launch conductor. James Harris, chief engineer. Elijah Escobedo and Zoe Dickert on vehicle controls. Brian Batters, ground control. Bill Stack, ground. Joy Mosdell, range control. There are a few notable members of leadership supporting today's launch who are also here at Launch Control. This includes our co-founder and CEO, Tim Ellis, our Chief Operating Officer, who leads product execution, Zach Dunn, Vice President of Test and Launch, Don Katterbeck, and Director of Cape Operations, Pat Svatek. These are among many, many others who are making today's launch happen. For those of you that are just tuning in, you can see Terran 1 on the pad. This rocket is 85% 3D printed by mass. It is 110 feet tall and 7.5 feet in diameter. Stage 1 has 9 Aeon-1 engines, and our second stage has an Aeon vacuum engine. These engines are also 3D printed using powder bed fusion. We're going to go ahead and take a moment to pause and stay tuned as we wait on the launch countdown.
We are getting extremely close here. Our countdown sequence will begin in T-minus 10 minutes, so just 30 seconds away.
T-minus 10 minutes, countdown sequence has started.
We're currently at T-minus 9 minutes and 40 seconds. In the upcoming minutes, you're going to hear several call-outs from Mission Control as we go through the final pre-launch procedural steps, including the priming of the igniters, final engine checkouts, transporter erector retraction, and getting that final go for launch. Again, we're now pressing the tanks to flight pressures, and we're currently proceeding with our scheduled launch time. We'll be looking for a call out in the next 30 seconds that stage 1 is transitioning to helium.
Stage 1 pneumatics have transitioned to helium.
There you go. That means we're pressurizing the propellant tanks to flight pressures.
For engine chill.
We'll be charging the stage 2 igniters to flight targets in just about 10 seconds.
We are now getting into the business end of today's countdown.
Pressing stage 2 igniters to flight target.
Arwa, let's go ahead and walk through the launch timeline.
Yeah, sure. At T-minus 3 minutes, the transporter erector will retract just a few degrees to give the proper angle for umbilical separation. At this point, the vehicle will be on internal power. At T-minus 70 seconds, the vehicle will go into terminal count. This is again when the vehicle's internal flight computer takes control of the countdown. We then go into final flight termination checks and get FTS go from the launch conductor in coordination with the mission flight control officer and operation safety manager. At T-minus 6 seconds, we'll have ignition of those 9 beautiful 3D printed AON-1 engines, so you'll see the flames beneath the rocket at that point. And at T0, we will have liftoff. Shortly after that, at T plus 2 seconds, the strong back will throw back to assist in removing the umbilicals and clear the path for the vehicle to fly vertical. At T plus 12 seconds, we'll begin our pitch over program, and at T plus 80 seconds is that important milestone of max Q, or the point of maximum dynamic pressure. This is again where the structural loads on the vehicle are the highest, making it one of the more challenging phases of flight.
At approximately T plus 160 seconds, we'll have main engine cutoff, or MECO, where the stage 1 engines will shut off, followed shortly by stage separation and the AON vacuum engine igniting. Second stage will burn for a little under 5 minutes, and then at approximately T plus 463 seconds, we'll have second engine cutoff, or SECO. As a reminder, we do not have a fairing or any payload deployments for this first launch. With that, we'll go ahead and wait and stay tuned with Mission Control.
And once again, we are so honored to be hosting this launch with you all today. I'm Arwa Tizani-Kelly, Technical Program Manager for Test and Launch at Relativity Space.
And I'm Rachel Aniceto, Chief of Staff for the Vehicle Architecture and Technology team.
And we are now less than 5 minutes away from watching the world's first 3D printed rocket launch.
Stage 1 igniters priming in.
We're currently priming the igniters with gaseous oxygen and gaseous hydrogen. Our ignition system uses these propellants flowing across a glow plug.
Stage 2 is on internal power.
And you just saw the transporter erector cradle disengage.
The cradle's disengaged.
There we go. The cradle arm slowly started releasing stage 2 at the top there so that the strong back can retract, and we confirm that stage 2 is now on internal power.
Stage 1 is on internal power. Stage 1 TVC checkout complete.
We just completed Stage 1 TVC checkouts. That means that we performed the final thrust vector control health checks on both stages before liftoff. We'll be doing Stage 2, or rather completing Stage 2, within the next 10 seconds.
Stage 2 TVC checkouts.
Next up, we'll be retracting the strong back, and then our range coordinator will ask the range for their status one last time.
Rock, report range status.
Range green.
And that was confirmation that the range is green for launch. We are almost a minute away.
Announcement on countdown net. This is LD. We are holding at T-minus 70 seconds prior to terminal count to address issue.
All right, you heard Clay Walker, our launch director there. We are holding at T-minus
Back retracting.
69 seconds to address an issue. We are, however, at the same time retracting our strong back. That black truss structure there is the strong back. It'll retract just a few degrees to prepare for umbilical separation. We'll stand by for further updates from Mission Control, and we'll update you on the hold. As a reminder of what our launch director said earlier, this is the last opportunity that our team can call a hold. So the team chose to take that option at T-minus 70 seconds and ensure everything is nominal before we go into our terminal count sequence. Again, what you're looking at in front of you is 85% 3D printed, and it is about to fly. Those white clouds you see coming out of the rocket are due to the venting of the chilled gas from the rocket into the humid Florida air out here. That's why the gas condenses into vapor and looks like clouds. I'm hearing that our T-clock will resume in about 1 minute.
Announcement on countdown. This is the LD. The T-clock will resume in approximately 20 seconds. Transitioning to terminal count.
As a reminder, from here on out, when the T-clock resumes, our countdown sequence will be automated and controlled by the internal flight computer. We are extending the hold just a little bit longer. We're going to stand by for further updates from Mission Control.
Announcement on countdown net. This is LD. We have had a terminal count aboard, saving the vehicle and assessing recycle options.
You heard that announcement from our launch director. We're going to have an update momentarily as to what happened with our automated abort. If you're just joining us, we did have an automated abort at T-minus 70 seconds. The team is currently assessing if we're able to recycle since we are still within our launch window. So we'll provide that update as soon as we have confirmation from Mission Control. Once again, we had an automated abort at T-minus 70 seconds. Our launch director and our teams in mission control are currently assessing the recycle options that we have for today since we're currently still within our launch window. We're standing by to hear that update from Clay Walker. All right, I just received confirmation that we are going to recycle, and we have an updated T0 time of 15:55 Eastern. So again, that's 15:55 Eastern, approximately 45 minutes from now. We're going to keep going. To provide an update on the cause of the previous automated abort, the stage 2 oxygen temperatures were out of limits, so that's why we had that abort at T minus 70 seconds. Now we're going to resolve this issue and continue on with our recycled and new T0 time of 15:55 Eastern. Quick update here that our updated launch time that's been confirmed with the range is at 15:45 Eastern. That is 3:45 p.m. Eastern. The T clock at the top of your screen is accurate and will keep you up to date as to when we are going to lift off. everyone. We are currently at T minus 23 minutes and 56 seconds. We're currently waiting for an update from Mission Control. Let's continue listening in and stand by.
Announcement on Countdown Net, this is the LD. All parties, we are scrubbing operations for the day. Thanks for playing.
All right, you just heard that update from Mission Control. We are unfortunately scrubbing today's operations. We're going to stand by for additional details from Clay Walker.